Okay, so I, I think most people who've watched um, my cannabis video, um, cannabis withdrawal video, um, get exactly what I'm talking about. There are a few people who have isolated incidents, where they're completely not understanding the information, that go, oh well, no, that's not true because I had this withdrawal, I had this, I had that. It doesn't mean anything. I'm sorry to tell the people who had this stuff, but the simple fact is this: withdrawal from cannabis doesn't exist. Okay, what you're feeling is return to normality. Okay, let me try to explain this. Okay, say this is how you normally are when you don't smoke pot. Okay, this is how you normally are on a day-to-day basis. Okay, and then you start smoking weed. Well, your normality line starts going up. Okay, so now instead of your normality being here, it's here because it's used to this existence being high. Then what happens is that you stop, and all of a sudden your body starts going, trying to get back down to reality, okay, to normality here. The problem is that during this time period, you're going to feel things like night sweats. You're going to have a hard time sleeping. You're going to get nightmares. You're going to get, to feel horrible. You're going to be irritable. You're going to be any of these things that have been stated over and over by people in my video that honestly is not withdrawal. It's return to normality. Sorry. I hate to burst the bubble because you don't know what you're talking about. And every time that I see, I had a person who sent me an article that said, oh, we're having this debate on, on addiction, which marijuana addiction is also nearly a myth. The reality is that this group that he sent me this link from report from 2002, after reading the entire report and most of the articles linked in the report, I stand by what I say. The Big Book of Mental Disorders, anybody who knows what it is, they can do it, but for those who don't, it's not worth getting into. It's incredibly hard to change that book, because you have to present so much evidence that it becomes almost a no-duh moment. The problem is that there is no way to say that everybody who stops using marijuana will have this withdrawal. Okay, now if the thing about it is, oh, if you're a heavy smoker, well, no, because this concept of what a heavy smoker is a complete and utter, sorry to say, it's just bullshit. Because the thing about it is that what counts as a heavy smoker varies widely from person to person to person. Okay? Let's just make this very clear. There's different types of cannabis. There's different levels of THC in cannabis. Okay? Also, we create tolerances. Okay, one of the reasons why, even if I don't have to, I'll just stop smoking for a while, is so that my tolerance level for cannabis comes back down. Because I know people who are, I've talked to people who are heavy smokers, and they'll smoke a hell of a lot of weed just to get them back to their normal high. Well, the problem is that the reason that's happening is because A, they're smoking too much to begin with, and B, because their body is creating a tolerance. When they just suddenly stop, because your body has created a tolerance for it. It's like if you it's the same thing if you were, eating a ton of sugar, and all of a sudden decided you weren't going to eat sugar. Your body would go, wait a second, I liked that sugar feeling. And your body would go, wait, I want that sugar feeling back. Okay, again, Body without massive amounts of sugar, body with a massive amount of sugar. Reading back down to normality here, your body will go through being irritable, having nightmares, not sleeping well. I mean, the list of all of these things is common when you're trying to get back to normality, not withdrawal. Sorry, there is very specific definitions of withdrawal and very specific definitions of addiction, and cannabis does not fit either. Okay, are there people who get addicted to marijuana? Yes, but is that group of people the majority? And by no means. Okay, but even within that group, that is the same type of group who would be addicted to sugar, or they have to have tons and tons of sugar. Or this is the same group that gets addicted to cheeseburgers and has to eat 3 to 4 to 5 or 8 or 10 cheeseburgers a day. This is the same group. The addiction is mental, not physical. Okay, because there's nothing in the cannabis to create a physical addiction. There is the feeling, which becomes something that you want. Okay, that becomes habit forming. Okay, I haven't smoked in over a month. If I had some offered to me right now, I might smoke it, but I don't know if I would. There's nothing in me saying I have to do this, I have to smoke weed. It would be nice because I like the feeling, but it's not. What was written is an enslaving. The addiction is an enslaving thing where your body says you have to do this. I don't have to smoke. I don't have to smoke. Right now, if I don't smoke ever again, oh well. I would like it, but it's not a necessity. I know alcoholics that if they get anywhere near alcohol, their brain immediately goes, drink, 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 drink. If I get within a foot of pot, my brain doesn't go smoke, 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 smoke. There's a major difference. Massive difference. And this is not me talking about my personal experiences, by the way. This is me talking from reading and studying on the subject, talking to a lot of people who have smoked, and pretty much the stories are all pretty much the same. Okay, if you overuse, the come down period sucks. But a couple days, week later, you're back to normal and you move on with your life. And then if you aren't smoking as much, the next time that you decide to stop, it becomes easier. If you're smoking just a little, the next morning you don't smoke for the next month, it's not a big deal. So this whole idea of cannabis withdrawal, it's a myth. The whole idea of cannabis addiction is really overblown at best. So whether you're having a personal experience or not, the reality is you're not having withdrawals. What you're having is a return to normality. Sorry, unless you've actually had a withdrawal from alcohol or cocaine or whatever, and can say and we can get a massive amount of people saying it's the exact same thing, then it's not withdrawal. It's a return to normality.